gorgeous Cancerians, this is Debs and this is your reading for mid-August 2026. And Cancer, someone is obsessed. Someone is obsessed. Two songs that came through incredibly fast. The moment I went into meditation, there were no visuals. The first song, they both actually go back, way back. The first song was The Word Girl by Scritti Politti. I had to look it up. I vaguely remember it. It was a long time ago. And the lyrics pertain to a guy who felt as if the woman was kind of all talk, no action, right? All talk, no action. The Word Girl. The second song that came through, Cancer, was Obsession by I think the band Obsession, again, a long time ago. And it's all about a guy who wants to capture this woman like a butterfly. I want to catch you, capture you, keep hold of you, own you. But she seemed a little bit elusive. So guys, we have either Cancer, someone who's a bit obsessed with you, but you may not be sure. It may be Cancer, this is a guy who's obsessed with you, but you are all about your career. You're somebody that he can't catch and, you know, own and keep hold of because you're attracted to him, but you're not really wanting a relationship. Whatever's going on here, Cancer, this guy is obsessed. But it's almost as if he's obsessed about someone who is unreachable or who is not on the same page as him or who is not wanting what he wants. But there's a quiet, sizzling frustration. I can't get this girl. I can't reach this girl. I can't be with this girl. Obsessed, guys. So I don't know who you are out there, but whoever this guy is, I don't think he's going to give up. I don't think he's going to give up, Cancer. So here we go. The deck that I'm using is the Vintage Tarot. It's his take on it. It's his take on it. All right. Oh, all right. So here we go. If you guys want a private reading, I'm still offering 50% off all my private readings, probably until September. Probably. I don't know. We'll see. If you want to join the channel, the link is there too. I list all the decks. Yeah. I'm hearing the song, The Word Girl again. I think the final line is, within your flesh and blood, you rule the world, or something like that. There are no other women for him. He would want to take this forward into a serious commitment very quickly. But Cancer, you may not even have slept with this guy. You know, it's that sort of energy. Yeah, I'm hearing obsession again. I need you. I want you. By day or by night, my goodness. Cancer, what have you done to this guy? Okay, now you could be the guy out there. Ace of Pentacles. Cancer, this offer's on the table. Offer's on the table, guys. Yeah, and I feel this guy is just, Nine of Wands is, I'm hearing, doesn't she realize that she's the one? Doesn't she realize I've already fallen in love? This could be a guy who might feel as if this woman is untouchable, unreachable. This could be a guy even falling in love with a celebrity or someone on social media. In the past, Cancer, the Eight of Swords. So Cancer, you were in your head in the past. And after that time with the Five of Pentacles, you felt left out in the cold. Okay. In your thoughts now, the Seven of Pentacles, looking at all the time you have waited. Looking at all the effort you put in, looking at all you've done. I'm hearing to lock her down. So you could be a masculine wanting to be with a Cancerian woman, or you could be a Cancerian masculine obsessed with a woman who seems to just be unreachable. In the immediate future, Page of Wands. I'm hearing trying again, trying again, trying again. Okay, all right. In your fears, Cancer, the High Priestess, fearing you're going to hear nothing. Fearing there's going to be no response. You're also fearing, Cancer, using your intuition, which might suggest you're worried that this woman doesn't feel the same way. In the environment is the Three of Pentacles. Okay. This would be this woman's energy. She may be talking to friends. You know, is this guy the real deal? He seems to be super keen, but what if it's a flash in the pan? What if it's just a one-night stand? What if that's it? Cancer, you may not know whether or not you're dealing with someone who either has very high morals, as in she's not going to get physical with you until she knows that this is going to be a really serious relationship. Or Cancer, you may feel she's got other options on the quiet, but she doesn't want to let go of the potential of you two moving into some kind of connection. You may worry, Cancer, if I'm connected with a masculine, that she has other options, and that's why she might be putting you at arm's length. In your hopes, guys, is okay. Cancer, you're hoping for the Queen of Cups. You're hoping to be with the Queen of Cups. And the outcome, guys. Oh, interesting. I'm hearing the tables turn. The tables turn. Seven of Wands. You are being defensive in the outcome. So, the energy coming through, guys, and again, you could be a Queen of Cups who knows that a King of Cups, a Cancerian masculine, is in love with you. Okay. I'm reading this from the masculine's point of view. I feel, Cancer, you are a masculine in love with this woman, but she is either very elusive, or you may feel she's not interested really, but she may flirt with you. And there's a sense of frustration. I want her to know it's not just physical. I want her to know that I want a relationship. I want her to know that I'm serious. But she won't let you get anywhere near her. It could be she's shy. It could be she flirts with you, but underneath she's a bit shy. It could be, Cancer, she doesn't know if she can trust this. But the more she holds back, Cancer, the more obsessed you're getting, to the point where, I mean, she may be bringing you to your knees with you saying, for God's sake, you know, I think I'm in love with you. I think, you know, this is it for me. I think I want to have a family with you, get married to you. I think I want to propose. You're so obsessed with getting her to realize, Cancer, how you feel, that you're very close to just blurting out all these emotions. But you don't want to make a fool of yourself if she doesn't feel the same, you know? Clarification for you, Cancer, Page of Cups. I'm hearing, I'm sorry I came on too full on. Sorry I was too full on. Sorry I came on too fast. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, wow. You are apologizing to a pre-Empress, Cancer. Or you have apologized to a pre-Empress. Someone sat in the Nine of Pentacles. I keep hearing, I'm sorry. Okay. So maybe the first date, Cancer, was a bit of a disaster. You might have been a bit too full on. You might have just been a bit obsessed. You might have not been able to relax in her company, so you came out with stupid things. I don't know. Guys, Now, whoever the woman is, I think she's quietly talking to a friend of hers or a couple of friends of hers. What do you think? He seems a bit obsessed. I don't know. Is he a bit crazy? Is he just really into me? I don't know. She's seeking advice from other friends about you. You're there flirting with her again because you might have gone on a date and then she may have pulled back, Cancer. You're trying again. She doesn't really know what to make of this. The Death card. Okay. You could be obsessed with a Scorpio. Queen of Cups. You may want to be with a Scorpio. Or with the energy of the Death card. What this woman may be thinking about is, if I give in to this, this could change my life. She may just be nervous, Cancer. Yeah, Four of Swords. What she's actually thinking about is, I have been through the wars, I have been hurt, I have been betrayed, is what I'm hearing. I have been through it. So Cancer, what I think we've got here is not someone who is, just flirting with you, teasing you. This isn't somebody who's just messing you around. This is someone who's attracted to you. They are interested. But they have been through it. They might have had a series of disastrous relationships, okay? They might have vowed to keep themselves single for the rest of their lives. It could even be that severe. And then Cancer, you come along, you jump towards this person. There's all this chemistry, all this, intense feeling within you. And all you see is her backing off, but not really wanting to lose touch with you. And I think you've seen this as her just either not knowing what she wants, or you may have seen this as her just playing you. But Cancer, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. She has been through death and transformation. She's gone through it. And with the Four of Swords, she has been healing. That's what you don't see, Cancer. That's what you don't see. She is terrified of getting her heart broken. She's terrified of giving you a chance and then ending up feeling betrayed, maybe again. Even though that would be probably the last thing you'd want to do. She is just stressing out, Cancer. Underneath the deck, yeah, you love this woman. Oh my gosh, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, you love this woman, Cancer. With the energy of the Six of Cups, you might have dated her way back. You might be coming in again to date her again, right? It may be, Cancer, you recognize this woman as a past life soulmate. And all you want to do is celebrate her, is what I'm hearing. Her life, you two coming together, you two being happy. That's all you want to do. But you may be dealing, Cancer, with somebody incredibly emotionally complex who's had to put up very strong defenses with the men that she's had in her life because she could have been very badly hurt. And I think, Cancer, you have become more and more frustrated because you become more and more obsessed with this woman who simply doesn't know if this is worth her time, whether or not you're serious. So this is kind of sad, guys, because I think you want her to know that you do have the right intentions, but I think she's been so badly hurt in the past that she finds it really difficult to trust. Now, Cancer, I could be connecting with a female Cancerian who knows that this particular guy is obsessed with her. We could work it that way. But I'm reading this as a masculine Cancerian, just so that I don't confuse you guys. All right. Okay. Let's just jump in. So Archangel Michael, what is my Cancerian's energy, please? Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. You want this woman to know, Cancer, that you're ready to talk about living together. You're ready to put down roots with her. You're stood in the Nine of Wands. It's as if, does she not realize I am in love? Cancer. Oh, my word. And we got the King of Cups. Okay, that's why I felt a bit confused. So We have a King of Cups who I think is wanting to be with a Queen of Cups. All right, Cancer. What are you considering here, Cancer? The Star. Okay. You may be in love with an Aquarian, or you may simply see this woman as a star. Okay, she could be on social media. What are you thinking here? Okay, Five of Swords. You might have sabotaged this in the past. Why did you sabotage this in the past? Oh, okay, because either in the past, Cancer, you might have been sat in your shadow, but this can just be a lot of sexual chemistry. You might have been a bit forward with her. It might have put her off. Okay. Yeah, the Hanged Man. Okay, you could be obsessed with a Pisces. I don't know. We got Capricorn energy here too. But the Hanged Man is you seeing her perspective. This is you looking back at the past, remembering maybe you getting a bit hot under the collar and, okay, baby, you know, are we going to get it on? She might have given you a look as if to say, hell no, right? we just had one date. You might be looking back feeling embarrassed, mortified. Wow, she might have thought that's all I wanted from her. She might have very quickly disconnected. Yeah, Five of Wands. What you also realised, Cancer, was there might have been another guy who was very interested in her. You might have recognised that you'd have to fight off the competition. I'm almost getting the feeling, Cancer, that you didn't see this woman's worth until you'd lost her. You didn't really recognise the sort of woman she was. She was a catch until she just disconnected from you because there was something you did or said that made her retract. And this is you looking back thinking, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that, because she's got the wrong impression, right? Let's have a look at the past. The Eight of Swords. You were in your head, Cancer. Judgment, either about a Sag, or you were in your head about making a really serious decision. Okay, because you knew the truth. You knew the truth, so what was the truth? Okay. You either judged yourself, Cancer, because you did something a bit stupid in the past, a bit foolish in the past. I don't know what that was. I don't know what you did or said in the past, Cancer, but it might have shocked this woman. She might have backed off thinking, oh my gosh, what? Okay, what was this woman's response? Yeah, she... Cancer, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. The Page of Swords, she wasn't impressed. She wasn't impressed, Cancer. Again, you might have been just a little bit too attracted to her in the past. You might have come out with something a bit raunchy, a little bit raw. Sorry, guys, it's YouTube, right? You might have said something that, you know, made her take a step back. And she might have come out with something a bit brittle, a bit harsh. And then you might have thought, okay, I've ruined it. I've just ruined it, right? Because after that time, Cancer, you did feel a bit left out in the cold. Five of Pentacles. So she distanced herself. And with the Seven of Cups, you were sat in emotional confusion. You were there thinking, okay, is that it? You were there thinking, have I ruined it for good? Is that it? Yeah. You were sat in fear, Cancer. Fear that you'd lost your chance. Fear that she wouldn't understand if you tried to explain. Fear that you'd just, you know, you'd ruined it is all I'm saying. Fear that you'd ruined it. Okay. You might have tried to apologise. Page of Pentacles. You might have tried to apologize, or she might have tried to put you in the friend zone, Cancer, and that might have been a bit mortifying for you. Six of Pentacles. Yeah. Cancer, you might have come on to her really strong, and then you might have breadcrumbed her. You might have pulled back because you wanted her to chase you, and she didn't. Well, she wouldn't, because she's a pre-empress. I mean, this is a woman who's looking for an emperor. You know? She might have felt, Cancer, you weren't ready for a serious relationship. Particularly, you know, if you came on to her a bit too strong, and then whatever you said made her feel it was a bit distasteful or something like that, she backed off, and you kept your distance out of mortification, but you hoped that she would chase you. I mean, she might have thought, okay, that's not a guy who's ready for a serious commitment. I mean, that's what you do as a teenager. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry, Cancer. But yeah, you might have thought, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. So, Seven of Pentacles, guys. You seem to be looking at past mistakes. What was the past mistake? Okay, Temperance. We have Judgment and the Fool in the past. Cancer, as a masculine, you might have love-bombed this woman, and then because you may have said something a little bit shocking to her or a bit too full-on to her, she may have pulled back, and then you might have jumped towards a Sagittarian female, Temperance and Judgment, but that didn't work. And so you're now thinking, I want to go back to the Queen of Cups, but you may be looking at past mistakes heading towards a Sag. I don't know. It may be that you thought, okay, well, I find a Sag woman very sexy, so let's see what happens with that woman. It may not have worked. And you're now looking back at the past thinking, all right, well, it's been a while since I talked to this Queen of Cups. You know, I don't know what she's going to say, but I think this is you communicating with her again. Nine of Swords. You seem to be very stressed out. You're either looking at past mistakes relating to a Sag, or you're looking at past mistakes thinking it's been a long time. You may not have spoken to this woman for a few months, a year, something like that. What are you thinking about, Cancer? Two of Swords. She's just going to block me. She's not going to be interested. She won't want to talk to me. Okay. What else are you thinking about, Cancer? Yeah. She's basically going to say, what the hell are you doing back? Queen of Swords. So you came on to me, you said something a bit distasteful, and then you backed off and didn't speak to me for months. And now you're coming back again. You may feel, Cancer, she just is very confused. She may say something a bit harsh. Three of Wands. But Cancer, you can't get this woman off your mind. You're thinking about this woman all the time. But you may feel as if she's just not going to be interested. So this is you thinking, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do here. Three of Wands is you hoping your ships are going to come in, but what you're thinking about is this woman is going to have questions, right? So in the immediate future, guys, Page of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Now, this is you flirting with her. Okay, Cancer. This is you reaching out again. Hey, be nice to see you. Are you around? What are you up to? You're going to be very careful with your words, but you are wanting to sort of start all over again with her. I think she might talk to a couple of friends of hers. What do you think about this guy? He came on to me and then he said something a bit shocking. And then I didn't hear from him again. He kind of backed off. So whoever this woman is, and she could be a Scorpio female, okay? Whoever this woman is, or Pisces, High Priestess, okay? She may be seeking advice from a friend of hers because she may not know what to make of this. Well, Cancer knows that I'm not the sort of woman to put out on the first date, right? So why is he coming back to flirt with me again? She may be very confused. She knows that you understand, Cancer. She's got high morals, you know. This is a pre-empress. We're not talking about the sort of woman you might meet in a nightclub and, hey, baby, let's go back to yours tonight, and then I can't remember your name in the morning. No, this is a mature woman. She may even be a bit older than you, Cancer, who has a lot of self-respect. And so she's very confused as to why you're back flirting with her again. She doesn't really know what you want. What you've realised, Cancer, is she's the woman for you. She's the woman for you. The one thing you don't know, Cancer, is she has gone through death and rebirth. She has gone through major change. It might be the last person she was with broke her heart and she had to spend a lot of time healing. So this is a woman who is going to be incredibly self-protective, and she is going to put up healthy boundaries because she simply cannot deal with being heartbroken again. I don't think you know that, Cancer. I think you have felt that she kept her distance because she wasn't attracted to you. She wasn't interested in you. I think she was. I don't get the impression here she wasn't, but you might have said something that was just a bit too much. And she might have thought, well, hey, well, hang on, we've just met. And out of mortification, you might have just backed off, okay? So Archangel Michael, when do we have the Page of Wands and the Three of Pentacles for my Cancerians? Thank you, Michael. 28th of August. Okay, he's pointing forward to... Ooh, okay, he's just pointing forward. So Cancer, you may reach out to this woman on the 28th of August. I mean, talking a couple of weeks. It may be you give her a ring on the 28th of August. You knock on her door on that date. It could be you send her a nice email, just explaining, or a WhatsApp. I don't know. But you are reaching out towards the end of August. She doesn't know what to make of this. It's as if she's talking to a couple of friends of hers. I just don't know what to do. What would you do, right? What you're fearing, Cancer, is she's going to ignore your message. She's not going to talk. And it could be because it was awkward in the past for some reason. So, Archangel Michael, tell us about this woman's energy. She doesn't know what to make of this. She doesn't know. Yeah, she's asking advice from a friend of hers. Oh, God, maybe he just wants a one-night stand, Ace of Wands. Or you could have insinuated, Cancer, that you be up for a little bit of fun. And what she's saying to a friend of hers is, yeah, but I want something more than just a casual fling situation. She's worried, Cancer, that you two are just not on the same page. She's worried. What are the friends saying, or her friend saying here? King of Pentacles. They may be suggesting, Cancer, that this woman finds out that you're definitely single, because this can be a married man. So this friend or friends of hers may say, well, okay, he's flirting with you again, but make sure he's not a married man, right? I don't think you are. I don't see any indication that you're married. It may be friends of hers are saying, well, look, this guy's got a good job. He may be ready to commit. Is it worth going on a date with this guy? She's relying on her friend or friends because she really doesn't know what to do about this. Yeah, she's thinking about you, the Chariot, Cancerian energy. She's thinking about moving towards you to communicate with you. But she's just a bit nervous here, Cancer. Yes. Do you plan on juggling her with somebody else? Does she actually want a relationship? She may be thinking, well, if Cancer's just wanting a little bit of fun now and again, then it's not for me. She could be a very busy woman. Two of Pentacles is somebody juggling a lot of things, right? She's Saturn pre-Empress energy. She could be zooming up the career ladder. She could run her own company. I don't know. She might be thinking, well, if this is a guy who just wants to come around every other Friday night, this is not for me. But equally, she may be worried that if this does take off, she's going to have to rearrange her life in order to make space for you, right? And if she does that, is it worth her time, her energy? What else is on her mind here? What else is she considering? The Wheel of Destiny. She either believes somehow, Cancer, that it was fate that you two met. She might have felt a sense of familiarity when she met you. You might have fallen easily into conversation, you know, no awkward energies initially. You got on really well, all that type of thing. Or she may be deliberating moving into a very different new cycle. It could be she's even considering moving. And what she's thinking about is, well, yes, but if things work out with Cancer and then I have to break the news that I'm moving to another state or another country, Cancer may be a bit surprised. She may be preparing to move into a new cycle. Is she going to communicate back? Is she? Yes, she is. 8 of Wands. She might also say that she's been very busy. She may also ask you, Cancer, if you've been busy. I don't think that's a sort of backhanded, you haven't been in touch for months. No, I think this is her just making polite conversation, still not quite knowing what you're wanting. How is she going to feel when Cancer reaches out? Wow, she's going to be a bit shocked. Didn't think I'd ever hear from you again? What are you thinking about? Yeah, you want to manifest this woman back into your life, Cancer. Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. You want to manifest this woman back into your life. Because what you're looking at here is, I think this is a woman who may have a few other guys interested in her. It's as if you couldn't see her worth in the past. So Cancer, you might have thought, and no judgment guys, you might have thought, well, we'll have a little bit of fun, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. What you're recognizing here is you might have insinuated that. She might have been affronted, even insulted, that you'd think she was a sort of woman who would just want to have a couple of one-night stands and then see you later, baby, right? And then you backed off thinking, well, she might want to keep in touch with me anyway. And she didn't, very clearly, because you waited for her to communicate and she didn't. So this is you thinking, this is kind of my last shot here. I can't mess this up. You're ready to fight off the competition, Cancer. What are you telling yourself here? Yeah, that this time, guys, you've got to hold back. Hold back the passion. Hold back the flirty talk, Cancer. Because you might really put her off, you know. This is you, Cancer, arranging to meet her again. And this is you thinking, okay, I'm going to have a cold shower before I meet her. Yeah, I need to sort of, you know, be respectful here. The Lovers fell out in the reverse. Yeah, you've realised, Cancer, you don't just want this woman to be a lover, to be a casual connection. You don't want also her to think that you're wanting a lover's situation, Cancer. What else are you thinking? Yeah, what you're realising is, first of all, I've got to move to calmer waters with her. If she was a bit insulted or she was a bit cross with me or she felt as if I just wanted one thing from her, I've got to sort of let her know that that's not what I intended. Or Cancer, even if it was what you intended in the past, what you're thinking about now is, I want something more. I'm really ready for a relationship, you know. What else are you thinking, Cancer, deep down? What else are you thinking deep down? The Knight of Pentacles, yeah, that you need to be prepared to take your time. You need to be prepared, Cancer, to get to know this woman at a much deeper level. What are you thinking about? What else? Yeah. Four of Pentacles, you don't want to lose her a second time around. You don't want to lose her a second time around. What is the energy between you two? Okay, Eight of Cups, yeah. Cancer, you might have wanted a little bit of fun and then you might have just walked away thinking that she'd chase you. Or it may well be that she disconnected from you because with the energy of the moon, she didn't know what you wanted. It might be this was someone who was left very confused. What you're fearing, Cancer, is, as I've said, she's not going to want to know. She's not going to want to talk. What you're hoping for is to be with the Queen of Cups. Now, this is your true counterpart, Cancer. If you're coming through as the King of Cups, this would be your perfect partner, Queen of Cups. And with the energy of the Seven of Wands, what is fascinating is this is either you standing your ground, almost trying to get through to her, or you may be, surprisingly, Cancer, a little bit defensive. So I don't know what that's about. Let's have a look at the Seven of Wands. You want to be with the Queen of Cups, but the final card is you being a bit defensive. Okay. Cancer, I think just before you seriously make a play for the Queen of Cups, seriously start dating her, an ex is going to pop up out of nowhere. And this is a woman you're actually attracted to, or you were attracted to. So Cancer, this may be a woman who plans on, steering you away from the Queen of Cups. If she gets to know that you want to be with the Queen of Cups, or she could just simply be an ex who wants back in your life. But what is interesting, Cancer, is you seem to be a bit defensive. It's as if, oh no, right, we had some fun, or yes, you're very attractive, but I'm going for the Queen of Cups here. It's as if it's really bad timing. You're going to be a bit defensive with this other woman, with the Queen of Wands. Yeah, she really wants to work on this. You could have met her via work. Cancer, tell us about the Queen of Wands. What does she want here? Okay, wow, she wants to get married, Cancer. This is a Queen of Wands who you may have dated because you found her very attractive. She's running after you. She's chasing you, Cancer, because she's thinking marriage. She's thinking about getting married. But Cancer, obviously this didn't work out for a reason. So I think this is you pushing her away. Now, the other thing we may have here, Cancer, is you might have had a fling with a woman who was married, and this is her chasing you again. But what you're saying to her is, no, go and work on your marriage. Yeah, no, yeah, okay, we had some fun. It was great fun, but you're married. No, it maybe you got a woman running after you who's married, Cancer, who won't, who doesn't want to let you go. Whoever this is, you are putting her at arm's length. What are you saying? Yeah, Ten of Wands. I don't have the time. Sorry, not interested. Ten of Wands. No. Yeah, I mean, this is going to cause you to feel burdened. This is going to cause you to feel burdened. What are you going to do pertaining to the Queen of Wands? Cancer, you're simply going to distance yourself. I mean, the Hermit goes into hiding. I mean, this is you. In the nicest sense, Cancer, you're blocking this Queen of Wands on your phone. You're avoiding her if she lives in your area. You're doing everything you can to sort of politely let her know that this is not going to happen, right? So with the Queen of Wands sort of pushed back, Cancer, how are things going to work out with the Queen of Cups? The Sun, okay. she could be very happy to see you, which is rather nice. You may feel very happy being back in her company. Or there could be some sort of enlightenment here, Cancer. You know, wake-up call. Wow, didn't know she felt that way, or didn't know she was thinking about that. There could be some kind of enlightenment. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Cancer, this could turn into a lovely relationship. What you're recognizing is she did have feelings for you in the past. She was just a bit taken aback at your behavior in the past. And guys, you might have not meant anything by it, but this is a woman who's been hurt before. This is a woman who's naturally very self-protective. And whatever you insinuated in the past, it might have put her off. And you may not have spoken to her or been in contact for quite a long time, and she might just be very confused. But Cancer, enlightenment, that you two make each other happy, this could move into a beautiful relationship. And it's not just chemistry, there are genuine, affectionate feelings here. There might have been feelings that developed in the past that all now come up to the surface again. Wow. And Cancer, this could lead to victory and success. 6 of Wands. This could lead to victory and success, Cancer. One more card for my lovely Cancerian masculines. Wow, 2 of Cups. You may be shocked to realize, Cancer, that you two could be genuinely falling in love. I mean, this is really gorgeous, guys. So, my lovely Cancerians, let's get a final message from the Oracle deck, Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. It's a great deck. Let's do that. Here you go. Archangel Michael, what do we have, please, for my lovely Cancerians to close out their reading? Thank you. Wow. Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. Cancer, little do you know, but this was actually orchestrated, you two coming back together again by Source. We have a lot of spirits in the 5D, angels, archangels, ascended masters, who are trying to bring you two back together again. So this was a fated meeting. You two might have understood that you met for a reason. It just wasn't supposed to work out in the past because you weren't in the right frame of mind. And whoever this woman is, she might have had a lot to cope with at the time you met her, you know? But I think it's going to work out this time around, and this is divinely guided. So, my gorgeous Cancerians, I am leaving it there. I hope that's helped. Take care of you. And of course, I'm sending love and light your way, and many blessings. Bye, guys.